The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Brandy.
This is progress, restored progress. Progress is pulling our economy out of the worst crisis it's been in 100 years. When I took office in January, our economy was in a tailspin.
It's still in a tailspin. This is what really gets me, the lying. You know, they lied to us about Afghanistan. We know that. Now, they also lied to us about the economy. Why would we be so lucky to think if they're going to lie to us about what's going on in Afghanistan, they lied to us about what was going on in Vietnam, why wouldn't they lie to us about the economy? I wouldn't believe a damn thing they say, and you shouldn't. A good example, you know, today, all of a sudden the market drops, goes down 150 points, then it comes back up and it's positive, then it goes back down. It's all over the place, right? But I remind you each day that the stock market does not reflect the health of the economy, especially when the stock market is linked to financial engineering. And financial engineering of the stock market has never been more prevalent than it is today. And today's a good example. This morning, the market on the opening was down. It was down over 125 points, I think it was. Then it turned positive. Then it went negative, then positive. Why? Well, because of equity index futures. The Plunger team, which is the President's Working Council on Markets, they get together every day and they decide when they want to support the market or when they don't want to support it, when they want to support it or not support it. And they do that by purchasing equity index futures. And that's exactly what they're doing all day today. Every time the market was down 100, 125, 150 points, 185 points, boom, was back up positive 45, 50 points. Because all it does is places a bid just below the existing price of a stock. Use a stock, for example. If a stock's at $50, that's what you could pay for it today, here in August 19th. They'll just say, we're going to buy that stock in the future. That's what equity index futures are. You say, I will buy a stock, okay, in that same stock's at 50 today. I will buy it in October at $100. That puts a bid in. So anybody who's shorting that stock, the big institutions, they know the market's being supported by the government, so they decide instead of shorting, they buy that position back and the market goes back up. This is what they do all day long. All day long. So this financial engineering of the stock market is a bad thing, especially for those people who depend on fundamentals of a company. If you're one of these people, before buying a stock, you go in and you look up everything, what the free cash flow is, what the margins are they increasing their top line sales, is their cash flow, free cash flow, is it increasing, all this stuff, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You buy a stock today based on money flow. If money is going into the stock by the big institutions, it's going to go up. If money is being pulled out, it's going to go down. It's that simple. And especially when you do it on a chart, and I designed a chart, my charts are patented for that. That's what it does. They follow the money. So we always know, especially in advance, you know, especially once they financially engineer the market, my charts are set up so I can follow that cash. So no matter what they're telling you, how great this company is, or they're going to do this, they're going to do that with the company, it's going to go up, or we don't pay attention to it. You just pay attention to the cash. It's like watching blood going into a person. If you take the blood out of a person, he's dead. You put blood in, he's alive. Same thing, it's like following blood. Always follow the money. Everything is follow the money, isn't it? In life, you follow the money, you get the truth. Now today, the reason why the market is so volatile, down 100 points and up 100 points, is because what happened this morning, the fear of tapering overwhelmed everybody on Wall Street. Now what's that mean? Well, remember, they print $125 billion every month to keep rates low. Near zero. And these Wall Street gangsters got real nervous. Because they really tell us every day how great the economy is.
Even if they do start to gently taper, maybe come October or November, 10 months from now, they'll still be basically buying some of these assets in an economy that's been improving greatly.
But see, the economy hasn't been improving greatly, even though we're told it's been improving. But it hasn't. It hasn't been improving. And we can see that. You look. You know when you know an economy is really doing well, it's pretty simple. Interest rates go up. But when you hear, okay, they're going to start tapering, they're going to start pulling back to $125 billion a month, they're going to bring it back to half, they panic today and say, wait a minute, that's how we're keeping the stock market up. That's how we induce this market to go up. Markets don't go up anymore based on if a company's doing well. It doesn't go up anymore based on if a company's making profits. Stock prices of companies are gone nuts. PE ratios used to be 15. But since we've been doing QE, PE ratios at 37. Think of valuations of a company. A valuation of a company should be no more than 50% the size of our economy. They're 209% size of the economy. What are you, nuts? So when you hear how the economy's doing darn good, no, it's not. No, it's not. When the economy is prosperous, interest rates are increasing. But our interest rates have been at zero. And now when they're starting to decide to taper the market, to pull back on that $125 billion a month, cut it in half, that means interest rates are going to go up. People are panicking. I mean, think about that. They don't even want the market. How can they say the economy's doing terrific when they're scared to death to move the interest rate's just a quarter of a point? They're panicking. And that's why the market sold off today. When the economy prospers, interest rates increase. They don't go down to zero. Consumer confidence soars. Consumer confidence is at a low right now. Consumer confidence is at a low. And investors, usually they shift from bonds to stocks. It's just the opposite is what's happening. So it not only is consumer confidence at a low, even builders, new home builders, their confidence is at a low. But yet we're being told all day how great things are. That's why you got to depend, before you buy a stock, you just get rid of all that noise. Don't listen to fake business news network. Just, if you're going to buy Coke, or you're going to buy Pepsi, or you're going to buy whatever stock you're going to buy, you want to see, is there enough money going to that stock that's going to drive that stock higher, or are they taking out that money that's going to drive the stock lower? But see, you don't have that kind of a chart that tells you that. And after being on this earth for 75 years, being in this business for 51 years, I figured that out. I said, these charts, the typical charts that you get, they're useless. You need to have a chart to tell you what the money is doing, so you can ascertain buy a stock or sell a stock. That's why 85% of people lose money. They don't know when to do that. More when I'm back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Warning, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
This economy is doing really darn well. It's going to show up in profits for these companies. We should all feel pretty good today.
This is progress, historic progress. Progress that's pulling our economy out of the worst crisis it's been in 100 years.
And I have a bridge to sell you. Now let's think about this. So we know one thing, that interest rates, when they're low, down to zero, is telling you the economy is doing terrible. But they've been able to get away with this. They've been able to tell people, even though we're printing $6.5 billion a day, and even though by the end of this year they'll have printed $12 trillion for stimulus to support this, the people, we have 7 million people, 7 million people who are on these enhancement unemployment checks. Does that sound like a good economy, a great economy? If you got 7 million people who are not working, never went back to work, and they get these nonstop enhancement unemployment checks, which includes the $300 unemployment, so they get $600 as an aggregate. They get $300 child credits, all this being deposited in their checking accounts, so their checking accounts are full of money all the time. That's telling us that this stimulus is a good thing. That's what they're saying. This is crazy. And so then they turn around and they extend the rent moratorium. I mean, that's crazy. They extend the student loan moratorium. And they're telling us that this is prosperity. But government can't spend its way into prosperity. It's never worked. It's never worked. They can argue all they want about inflation being transitory. Where'd they get that word, transitory? It's not transitory. We've been doing this since 2008, 13 years. But what they can't argue is an economy that is being propped up by $6.5 billion each day in stimulus money is an economy that is on life support. That makes an economy unhealthy. Not a good economy. Because this damn stock market rally is linked to financial engineering, printing of QE, and stock buybacks for the purpose of reducing the number of outstanding shares of a CEO of a company, so a CEO can spread his company's underperforming earnings over fewer shares that he buys down, so to artificially boost earnings up, which you used to go to jail for, which you don't anymore, that are fraudulent earnings, which boost stock prices up without increasing profits. This is what we have going on. And you're saying this is a healthy economy? What are you, nuts? 400,000 people signing up each week for unemployment benefits. Anything over 350,000, that's recessionary. All this inflation, we have tremendous inflation. It's not 2%. Our real inflation is at least 12%. It keeps our insolvent country and banks solvent. That's what inflation is doing. They're doing this because that's how they keep our country, our government, solvent. That's all it does. They're doing this inflation on purpose. So to keep the banks solvent and our government solvent, but at the same time it's making you and me not solvent because it's destroying every dollar in our pocket. Wait a minute, they're telling us the economy's doing great? Then how come container ships going from China to LA are up 500%? that means we aren't producing anything. And guess what they do? We have to borrow the money from China to pay for the goods they ship to us, which are up 500%. Since the same time in 2020. Does that sound like a good economy to you? Now, China, by doing this, making all these goods and shipping to us, and we buy them, but remember, we have to borrow money from them to buy the goods. Isn't that stupid? We have to go to China and borrow money from them so we can buy the goods they ship to us. And the shipment of goods are up 500%, and they're telling us our economy is good? What are you, nuts? China increased their GDP by 18% annually. We're not even at real GDP. We're at 1.1%. Good economy? Because of all that money we are printing and borrowing, our groceries are up 70%, our gasoline's up 67%, our housing's up 53%. Oh, that's a great economy? Is that right? That's a great economy. That's good. Doing darn well.
This economy is doing really darn well.
I'd hate to see what he would think an economy's doing bad would look like. If this one's doing darn well, gasoline 67%, housing 53%, grocery 70%, and over the last year? So what does this all mean? It means that the stock market, they've been having since 2008, engineering the market to keep going up. And to make sure that it keeps going up, they keep interest rates at zero by printing all this money. So you got to stay in this market as it keeps going up. All you need to know is when the hell to get out. Look at all the money you left behind because you didn't stay. All you had to do is buy the spiders. If you bought the spiders, you'd be making more money than ever be in your 401k because see, with the spiders, when this market finally hits its 10% correction, which is going to be, and it's getting very soon now, when that hits that 10% correction, most people are going to get hit hard. We're not, because we're going to know exactly in advance when to get out, keep our profits, and then switch our positions to make money going short. Join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Brandy, philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in, tells you what to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Over 75 years on this earth and 51 years in business, I have had many accomplishments. Named Entrepreneur of the Year in the United States. Named to the prestigious Inc. magazine list of 500 fastest growing companies. But my proudest accomplishment, enabling small retail customers just like you with the same ease, confidence, making money in up markets, making money in down markets, selling a stock short. Using my patent Pro 2, buy, sell, run like hell, call to action, advanced color code technology. What a difference it makes when you could care less if the market is up or down. What are you, nuts? Hey, check it out. For a free 10-day trial and membership, go to philsgang.com, hit where it says get started, and then choose working investor. See you on the charts.
Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
You know, it's amazing. They keep telling us how great the economy is, but I'm not going to believe them because I want my members and myself to keep making money. So the only way you can make money in a situation like this, if all they're doing is throwing money at the economy, throwing money at the stock market, you have to go with the momentum of money. And that's what we do. We've been doing that for 13 years. And we're still doing it today. If you take a look at Microsoft today, and we're in Microsoft and Apple, and I told my members, we're not going to commit a lot of shares to Microsoft unless the Qs which is the NASDAQ 100 stocks, best stocks, can blow out through $370. It hasn't done it. So now we got the tourist investor, okay, those who can buy a quarter share, tenth of a share, or whatever, over there at Robinhood. Nothing wrong with that. But they're tourists. They're not serious. What do I mean by serious? People who go and work the market properly, looking for long-term investments, looking to stay in and be in the market and part of the market. Most of those folks over there at Robinhood, they're just, instead of going to Vegas, they're going to the market. That's exactly what they're doing. That's crazy. But that's up to them. But like today, Microsoft, we saw the tourists come in this morning and start buying Microsoft. They don't even know what the hell they're doing. The volume is hardly above average. And they're going to jump in and buy Microsoft at $297 before the Qs are above $370. That means that Microsoft, that's a huge risk. That's a huge risk. You've got to get the 100 best stocks, tech stocks, to go up first to support your Microsoft or your Apple. Apple, now these are two stocks that our whole nation is addicted to. So now Apple is having a problem. Now there was some buying in Apple today, but again, the problem is if you're going to get Apple, you're going to lose money just like you're going to lose money in Microsoft until you get an assurance that the Qs break out and run above 370. Now, I have my members in both Microsoft and Apple, but we're managing those. We're not going to get hurt because, see, my color-coded chart will identify the money that's going in and the money that's going out. And if there's more money going in, that means the stock's going to go up. If there's more money come out, the stock's going to go down. Now, you think that's pretty simple, and it is. But your charts don't do that for you. They don't. Now, if you go back and take a look at Facebook right now, that's not going up. It's going down. And we're going to sell it short. See, that's the beautiful thing. If you know how to sell a stock short with the same ease that you buy a stock, if you have that confidence to turn around and just change your position, which is so easy to do, especially with our technology, what a difference it makes. Think about it. Think about the difference. If you're in the stock market and your attitude is, I could care less if the market goes up or the market goes down. I know the stock market is manipulated. We know the stock market is financially engineered. I could care less. Once you have that confidence right there, that you could care less if the market goes up or the market goes down, because you're going to be making money in both directions. The folks who only can make money with the market going up, they're in deep trouble. They're in deep trouble. Can you imagine they're buying stocks right now that the PE ratios are nuts, 37%. That's like going in and, let's say, buying a bicycle that's $100, but buying it for $3,200. That's right. That's exactly the same thing. Crazy. Now, if everybody's buying, if there's big demand for that bicycle at $3,200, that's called momentum. We'll buy that momentum at $3,200, even though we know that bicycle is only worth $150, but everybody's buying it at $3,200. Then it goes up to $3,300, $3,500. The key is we will play that momentum because we have the confidence, because our chart, which is patent, will identify at any time, is that money coming out. And it also gives you an advanced signal, an advanced warning. The color code changes. So it tells you in advance. If we're buying this bicycle that's worth only $130 and now it's up to $3,500, then it goes to $38, then it goes to $4,000, we'll get out making money buying this overpriced stock because we know when to get out. Because our color-coded technology will send us a go to action signal that's saying money is coming out. The big boys are pulling their money out. See, by the time the big boys pull their money out of any stock, it's too late for the public, all these people who trade with Robinhood over there, to get out. It's too late for them. Then when they try to get out, everybody's trying to get out at the same time. And then the market keeps going down faster and faster and faster. But by then, you should be shorting the market, taking advantage of momentum going down. That's exactly what we do every day. And we take our portfolio stocks every day for our members, and we post our portfolio every day and tell them exactly what to do with their stock. They got full support. Nobody's alone. And we posted at 2 o'clock. Give you an example. Steve just posted some of the alerts up, and I'll give you one here, one of our working investor stocks. Here's what he said.
SCO, again, here's another one where, you could add lightly to it long. You got good separation here. I mean, that's really perfect what you're looking for. You're just not getting good volume here, and that's because there's still a lot of resistance in here. So I would say if it gets to 22, then you can...
Now, who does that for you? Nobody. Now, here's my point. I don't mind buying, just to use the analogy of the bike again, buying a stock of, let's say, $200, and the stock's only worth $50, and the stock goes to $300, goes to $400, goes to $500. That's called momentum. Well, how does that happen? Because they keep printing money. They keep printing money, and the poor guy that's making a combined income with his wife of $55,000, $60,000 suffering on Main Street, well, the guys on Wall Street are getting so rich because they will know when to get out when the stock goes from $200 to $300 to $400 to $500. It's only worth $50. It's the guys like the people in Robinhood there, they're not going to know when to get out. And then most important, not only will we know when to get out of that stock, that's called momentum playing, our chart will warn us in advance. It'll turn yellow. We get a yellow signal warning us, hey, the big institutions, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, they're all pulling their money out. They're starting to pull their money out. And then with that, we take our profits, and then we set ourselves up so when the stock finally goes down, we're making money on the way down. Nobody does that for you. Join my gang, free for 10 days. philsgang.com, where it says get started. Working investor.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable. African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women. Breast cancer is unacceptable. Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half. And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
thinking about investing in the stock market, go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang free for 10 days. Get the color-coded chart and a free membership for 10 days. Check it out. Go to philsgang.com, hit where it says Get Started, and where it says Working Investor Group. Now, we're talking about today how this market, they're telling us the economy's doing fantastic, and interest rates are low. Well, interest rates being low tell you the economy is terrible. But they've been able to promote that the economy's so great with low rates, and people believe it. People believe it. The president and Congress, think about what they do. When they tell us the economy is booming, and yet rates are historic lows, government spending is greater than the revenues, but yet the president and the Congress overspend. They take parking space in our heads that spending more than revenues that we take in is good. They call it deficit spending. They say that's a good thing. It stimulates the economy. It puts money into the pockets of businesses. Well, here's the problem with the businesses. They don't take the money and plow it back into their business so that the workers get better machinery and equipment so they can produce more, so their wages go up, their standard of living goes up. No. That money doesn't go there. They could use stock buybacks. So the CEO and the biggest shareholders get more rich than they already are. This is why they do this. Why do you think they put this momentum in the market? But you got to follow the momentum to make money. But don't be afraid. But most of you are, and I get it, because you don't know when to get out. Well, that'll stop with us. They also tell us that we can rely on countries like China to lend us money so we could buy their products. Can you imagine? This is a good thing they tell us. As a result, the United States owes China so much money, it's incredible. That's part of why you're paying so much for your gasoline. That's why gasoline's up 40%, your food's up, everything's up. See, politicians create an illusion that all stimulus spending is worth it. It's worth it. Printing $6.5 billion every day and spending it is worth it. Because they tell us it's creating millions of jobs, growing the economy. That's why they have to lie to us and say the economy's good, it's growing, but it's not. See, that's how they get reelected. By telling us the economy's great. And they spend all this money, print all this money, and people believe it. People believe it. Of course they believe it. They don't study the market like I do every day. People are busy with their own lives. People, the electrician, the mason, the board wall guy, the wallboard people. They're busy. They're busy. Women, nurses, they're busy. So they believe it when they hear it. So they got their money in 401k, think they're going to be okay when you're not. See, the problem with this lie, the interest on our national debt is so huge right now. Okay, even though it's low, our national debt's so huge that now that money that we're paying for interest is no longer it goes to important programs. There's the problem that doesn't go. They steal money from Social Security. And this long-term, this growing debt burden is a huge problem for you, me, our grandkids. Do you understand that the World Bank even saying that our debt to GDP shouldn't exceed 77%. When it exceeds 77%, that means you're not growing. Your country is bankrupt. We're at 127%, but they got the nerve to tell us the economy's great. So, like I said to you, it doesn't matter to us if we're buying a bicycle if you're buying a bicycle that's worth 50, but because of all the printing of money, now they can get 200 for the bike, then 300 and 400 and 500, yet it's only worth 50. But if you can sell it, if you can get it at 200 and sell it 500, who cares? You got to know when to get out before it goes back from 500 down to 50. See, and you in the 401k, you're not going to get out before it goes down from 500, that bike, to 50. It's the same thing with stocks. You're not going to get out in time. You never do. Isn't that a shame? It's the same thing with the stock market. So we got people going into Microsoft today. Now, they bought Microsoft. We bought Microsoft at $240. It's up today $296. But we know it's not worth $240. We know it's not worth $296. We know it's only worth about maybe the most $85. Yeah, that's right. That's called momentum. From 85 to $296, all this overpricing is called momentum. That's called momentum investing. Now the key, you can make a lot of money when they stimulate the stock market and cheat and engineer it to push it up while screwing Main Street. You can make a lot of money, but all you got to know is, okay, when is Citibank getting out? When is JP Morgan getting out? When is BlackRock getting out? When is the largest hedge funds? When is Berkshire Life Insurance getting out? When's Allstate getting out? There's the key. Because they always get out first. And if you understand that and can identify that, you can't do it on the chart you have. And if you're depending somebody is managing your money to do that for you, are you nuts? Are you absolutely nuts?
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
Yeah, their responsibility begins with their partners, their shareholders, that you're not included, so you're not going to get out of this incredible momentum trade in the stock market for 13 years. Again, think of the bike. $50, now you're buying the bike for $500. It's going to go maybe to $600, $700. But eventually, right? Will it crash back down? You know it will. It's the same thing with the stock market. Don't ever tell me this market's not going to crash. Of course it is. And we're going to make money all the way down. The idea is to take advantage of this financial engineering. Be in stocks, take advantage of the stocks, take advantage of everything they're doing to artificially push these stocks up. As long as you know when to get out. That's where we come in. That's where we come in. That's what we do. And all we ask, if we do that for you and help you, and you make money, is to help St. Jude. That's all we ask. I mean, this is crazy what's going on. I mean, do you realize how many people in this country they have convinced that low interest rates means the economy's doing great? Look it up tonight. Google it up. See if it says that. Low interest rates means the economy's doing great. Economy tells you no, means the economy's doing terrible. But everybody's just going on. They believe it. They believe, after all, our Congress is telling us that. We can believe people in Congress, right? You know, one thing I'm not is a political show, but I have to, I gotta say this. I was watching yesterday and all weekend, just like you, what's going on. And I'm thinking what Trump has done. Now, I'm independent. Of course, I voted for Trump. I'll say that. Now, he brokered a historic peace deal between Bahrain, Israel, Sudan, Morocco, and the United Arabs. This enhanced the security throughout the Middle East. It was fantastic. He moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. Trump repealed the terrible NAFTA agreement that we lost 6 million jobs. He stopped the terrible transatlantic trade partnership where we lost more jobs. He reversed the Paris Climate Agreement. Boy, were we getting screwed on that. We were paying the most and getting the least, and China was still polluting the air. Trump pulled us out of the Iran deal, which they were getting billions and billions of dollars from the previous administrations, and he pulled us out of that deal. That was a great. And then Trump achieved a peaceful relationship with Russia and North Korea. Trump destroyed Iraq. He destroyed Iraq. Remember, he killed al-Baghdadi. And then not only him, but he killed his successor. Trump made us oil independent. Trump expanded 3 million acres in the wilderness. Trump set aside 370,000 acres for mining so that in Montana and where I can go on and on. But you know what happened? People said, I don't like Trump, but I like everything he accomplished. But I can't vote for him because I just don't like his attitude. I don't like his attitude. I like what he did, but I don't like it. I want someone like me. I want somebody like me, like Uncle Joe, just like me. Well, let me tell you something. Someone like me and you can't accomplish what Trump did. And neither could Uncle Joe. So it's not Uncle Joe's fault that's going on here in Bahrain, in Afghanistan. It's the people who said, I just don't like Trump's attitude. I want someone like me, like Uncle Joe, to run the country. Well, you got him. You got him. I'll see you on the chart.
Listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my